Hey guys, Lance the Option Teacher here. I got my Super Mario periodic table shirt during training. I'm going to look at the Robinhood account for margin. So I added a little bit more data on it just to see how it's going. I'm going to be looking at how much margin I'm using. The account value without margin, that's just the account value with not counting the marginable shares. And then I'm going to look at the account value with the margin. The margin divided by account value, I want to keep under 30%. Right now I'm at 22.1%. And then on Robinhood it says a buffer. That's how much lower it needs to get. And 54.79. I'm not sure about the exact percent I'm going to use for the buffer though. But this is what the current numbers are on my income ETF positions that I'm buying with limited margin as well to try to boost the monthly income from it. The main number here is account value no margin. That's when you open up the Robinhood account. The account value with margin is I take the number of shares I have and then I multiply it by the current share price. So if you look at, say, TDAQ, it's 28.58 when I did this data, and I have 291.68 shares. Change this to May 27th. And then I did that for all three, TDAQ, NIHI, XBCI, whatever Robinhood says in the beginning. For the with margin, I'm just going to take the number of shares I have, multiply it by the share price. That gets us this number. So by taking the 3680 in margin I'm using, divide it by the account value of margin, I'm at 22.1%. Again, the goal is to stay between 20 and 30% on this from the margin divided by the account value. If I'm under 20%, I'm going to look to buy more shares of one of these three income ETFs with margin. If I'm over 30%, at that point I will be adding in more funds from just my budget to try to keep it between 20 and 30%. I'm also dripping all these distributions to get more share count to increase the income. If you look at the income for May, $110 in income from TDAQ, 58.93 income from NIHI. XBCI doesn't have an ex-dividend date from when I purchased it, so I didn't put anything here yet, but it should be there for June. I'm just looking up when the ex-div date is. I think it's middle of June. It looks like it's June 3rd, so for the June data, I'll have some income there from XBCI as well. One more thing I'm also doing is I am selling naked put using some of that additional margin that I have available. Earlier this month, I sold a 16 put on ASST for the June 18th expiration. Took in $140 there. The goal is to stay on the put side as long as possible. That's reasonable. Because if I do get assigned the shares, I will be using more margin at that point. So this is not using the margin for selling this put, looking to take in a decent amount of income, and I'll probably roll down and out if possible. So if it's either at expiration date or if it touches the 16 strike, I'll look to roll down and out and give myself a little bit more time for the recovery, ideally for a credit. Been a bit greedy on this one. I might typically go a little bit lower in my strike price, a little bit lower delta, to try to boost a little bit of the income from getting all this. When I close these trades, I will consider buying more shares of one of the tickers as well. So this is my system of growing a smaller account using limited margin for high income ETFs. And the goal over time is to have a pretty high share count, get some good monthly income, and then at that point I'll pay off the margin balance. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm doing this and a lot of other strategies in the sell side Discord. If you have any questions on it, you could join in the link description down below. Have a good rest of the day, everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next one.